guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Boy Shay, but my friends call me Bo. Welcome. If you've been here, you've been subscribed, you've been showing love, welcome back, and I love you so much. You here, I'm here, we here, so let's vibe. So as you can see by the title of this video, it is my 1 year lock anniversary. I finally made it. I would say it felt like a long time, but honestly it kind of flew by after the first 2 months of like waiting for it to lock, which is like watching paint dry. But after, you know, it finally started to lock, I don't know, the months rolled by, life rolled by, and you kind of just stopped paying so close attention to it. But anyway, so this video is going to be a compilation of me talking and lots of pictures that I will place right here. I'm going to remember to move to the side. But as far as the talking goes, I'm only going to hit the milestones and like the significant parts of my lock journey within the past year, so we can keep this video from being too long, okay? So first things first, if you are new and you have not watched any of my lock updates, I started my locks on April 11th, 2018. I started with a combination of plaits and twists. So I plaited a lock or a twist probably about 1 inch down. I twisted it and then I plaited it at the end as well. I got this idea from Danielle Locks. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of her, if not already following her, but that's how she started her locks when she was a baby, or her mom or whoever started her locks. And I like this idea better because when that new growth is coming in for them first 2 months, like I didn't want like an afro right there, so the braid kind of like kept everything tame. But anyway, so I started out with 88 locks originally, but I joined a lot on the perimeter. Not a lot, I joined 3 on the perimeter, so now I have a total of 85 locks, I believe. I did random parting. Originally I called myself doing the fan method, so a lot of my parts are kind of circular, or they're not square and they're not perfect, which is what I wanted because I didn't want like a really neat gridded parting system. I kind of wanted them to be like free, I guess, I don't know. Another reason I did the fan parting method is because I didn't want my scalp to be visible when my locks fell, the way my locks fell. Mission accomplished with that. And I wanted medium, like on the chunkier side of the medium, so I did my parts based on that. The only products that I use on my locks are olive oil, castor oil, and water. Originally I started out using rose water on my locks, but it was expensive to like keep buying rose water, and I wasn't noticing enough of a difference in the moisturizedness when I was using the oil and water. So I was like, if oil and water works, we're just gonna stick with that. We're gonna mix the rose water. So that's what I've been using. I retwist my hair roughly every 2 months. The shortest amount of time I've waited is 5 weeks, I think, and the longest amount of time I waited is 9. But I don't have a set schedule. That was one of the things I really was looking forward to when transitioning from natural to locks. I was on a strict regimen with my natural hair and I was sick and tired of it, so I knew when coming to locks that we just gonna go with the flow, and that's what I've been doing. Loving it. I wash my hair as needed. But for the most part it's been like once a month I've been washing my hair, which has also been love, because with my natural hair I was washing once a week and it would take like a whole day. With my locks I wash once a month and it only takes like 2 hours to do the whole complete process. So loving that. So then let's get to the milestones. Month 1 and 2 I installed my twists. You know, when you first install them, you're like ready for it to lock. I want it to lock, I want it to lock, I want it to lock. So I called myself was gonna rush the process, and I sprayed some salt water in my hair. After I would say like 2 weeks in, I sprayed some salt water in my hair, but then I was like, I looked at the pros and cons, and they were like, the pros, yes, it locks your hair faster. Cons, it can dry it out. So I was like, I'm not gonna rush the process. This is what I committed to. I'm just gonna ride it out. So I rinsed out the salt water and I didn't do that again. But toward the end of month 2, I went on vacation on a cruise and I went swimming in the ocean, which really jump started my budding. and also the frizz, so it got even more frizzier, but the budding started, so I was really happy about that. The only issues within the first 2 months was I was experiencing some of my locks coming down on the edges. So this one, and then the exact same two on this side, they kept coming down no matter how many times I retwisted them. So I ended up just plaiting them, all 4 of those, all the way down so they would stay. They stayed. I was also experiencing some lock splitting on a few locks in the middle back here, but I wasn't too worried about it. So if you have lock splitting at the beginning of your journey, they're gonna come together. Don't even worry about it. It's all good. So at the end of month 2, when I got back from my cruise, I did my first retwist, and it was a horrible mess. So I had decided that I wasn't going to a salon. I didn't go to a salon for my natural hair. I had a bad experience. And I've always grown up either my mom doing my hair or me doing my hair. So going to a salon, I'm just not for. I feel like if somebody gonna mess it up, it's gonna be me. And don't nobody know how to do my hair like I do. So I did my first retwist. It came out horrible. I used aloe vera gel, and the aloe vera gel like coated my hair and gave it like this flaky like residue. Like I could touch it and then like roll the aloe vera gel in my hair. This is after it was dry. And then like just the retwist like wasn't neat. Like it was my first time doing it, so I was like, okay, that's my first time. Ugh. So that's all that was happening in months 1 and 2. Moving on to months 3, 4, and 5. That was when the frizz just got like out of control. I would say by month 4, I wasn't able to get my finger through them anymore, so I guess you could consider them locked, but they still looked like twists. So month 4, I did my second retwist on my own, and this time I only used oil and water, and it turned out amazing. And it was from that point on that I decided I was only going to use oil and water on my locks, and it's been working great. I started experimenting with headbands because I was trying to figure out something to do with, you know, trying to mask the frizz in some kind of way. Sorry, I kicked the camera. Moving on to months 6 and 7. So although in months 6 and 7 I felt like the frizz kind of calmed down and was kind of going into the lock, the twist pattern was also disappearing, but for some reason I felt like these were like my ugliest months. Like it just, I don't know, the hair just didn't look right. It wouldn't cooperate, like it wasn't dense, and I could wear it in a style and it would stretch the hair, but the twist would look all like string. I don't know, it wasn't cute. I didn't really care for it those 2 months. I would experiment with different styles, braid outs, Bantu knot outs. I love the Bantu knot outs. Braid outs weren't my favorite because it made the locks really compact and skinny because they weren't dense, and just I didn't really care for the braid outs. So months 8 and 9, I will definitely mark month 8 as the month where I started to notice my hair accumulating more density. They were getting thicker and heavier, and you know, had some more weight. I decided to crochet a lot of the loose frizz into the locks. It wasn't necessary, but it was kind of one of the things I just want to be doing something. So I went and bought a crochet needle. All of this is in my previous lock updates if you haven't already seen. I went and got a crochet needle, and I put really just the long frizzes because I had like long frizz, so I would just crochet those back into my lock. And originally I didn't like wearing my locks down like this because they didn't have any weight and they just weren't voluminous. Like I like how they are right now, like they have like some volume versus just being like really flat. So happy about that. And I can definitely say that after month 8, every time I've washed my hair, it's gotten denser and denser. With that being said, we can move into months 10 and 11. Really, I've just been watching it get thicker. I can't even say like I've noticed more length because my hair, when I first started my locks, my hair was already long. Like it started, sorry, I keep kicking the camera. My hair was mid bra strap or mid back length when I first started. And with locks, it just shrunk up really far. So I'm just still waiting to get back the length that I already had. Previously, like I wouldn't be able to keep the length you see right here, I wouldn't be able to keep this unless I stretch the twists. But now they've gotten denser and they have grown, so they stay at this length right now. So hopefully, like when, you know, I'll be able to start noticing growth from this point on. Because if you see the picture, I'll put it up again. The picture of when they first started, the twists were like down here, and then you wet them and they shrunk up to like right here. So I guess from right here to right here is, I guess, how much length I've accumulated. So moving on to month 12 or month 11, however you want to gauge that, I attempted to dye my hair. Complete fail. I tried to use henna. I wanted to dye my hair black, so I just used a black henna from it was a brand that I had got from one of the health food stores here on the island. It didn't do nothing. It was probably my fault too, because the box said to wait till it dried, but I had impulsively started at like 8 p.m. on a Friday night. I wasn't finna sleep with it in my hair, and it didn't seem like it was drying. It was gonna be drying fast. So I took it out after like 3 hours. It said that on the box, it said that the color has to oxidize for it to like become vibrant or like really show up. And I would say for like the first maybe 2 days, it looked maybe darker, but then you get back in the light, and like right now it looks dark on camera, but in the light it's still brown. So I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm gonna try something different next time and maybe use the indigo, henna and indigo and something like that. I looked it up on YouTube, and we're gonna try that next time. So yeah, so that's about it. And then my last retwist was about 2 weeks ago, which is when I attempted to color my hair, and it's been holding on. It's been holding on. So yeah, but that's about it. I don't think I missed anything. Hope I didn't miss anything. If I did miss something, don't hesitate to drop it in the comment section below. Ask me a question. I respond to all comments, and if you go through and read, it ain't with just no one word response. Like, I'm really talking to you guys. Like, I say this it's a fam. Message your girl, you know, let's chat it up. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can see more of my upcoming videos. And if you haven't noticed, I decided to combine my travel channel with my lifestyle channel, because travel is part of my lifestyle, and it was just becoming too much work to try to manage 2 channels. So you got travel now. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Girl, you so pretty. Love the way you switch your head back and forth and you so witty. Don't understand why you go for the guys that act so shitty. Tried to make you mine, tried to treat you like a fine dime in the summertime, but you didn't really want me. I was sad as fuck and down on my luck, and the feelings I had hit me like a truck. Now I hear your name getting dragged through the mud by the shitty ass guys that just wanna fuck. Now you crying on my shoulder, asking me to hold you, asking me to console you, girl. It don't really work like that. It's not like me to backtrack. In fact, you need to take a step back. Something in the feeling part me you just lack. I thought that your heart was black. Thought your soul was so cold by the way I got hold by you. Almost called a cold out you. Girl, your views is screwed. Thought you'd be the one to understand all the things I've been through. Guess I was a fool to believe it would be me and you, but it's just me, myself, and I can't deny. Hate it when you let me over.